Hi there, I'm Jana Scarborough with Resource Real Estate, and I'm here today to introduce you to an excellent trust attorney, Elana. Elana, say hi and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi everyone, my name is Elana Cuzzo and I'm a trust and estates attorney here in Ventura County. So I handle probates, trusts, wills, and
Awesome.
trust administrations.
So, question for you. I always understand trust to be a better instrument rather than having to go through probate. Is that true?
Yes. So the main driver really for creating trusts is to avoid probate. Probate is the court process of transferring your assets to your children or whoever you want to be your beneficiaries or inheritors of your assets. And it is often timely and expensive. So right now the threshold in California for avoiding probate is only $184,500, which, as you know, Jana, most people who own a house here, have far more than that.
Yeah, sure. I mean, in Ventura County right now in 2023 is when we're recording this video. Gosh, I think the median price range is like 850, and even more homes are, in the $1 million range. So certainly well above that threshold.
Right. So if you don't have a trust and you have a house worth $1 million, like you said, and you pass away without having a trust and your children have to go through probate, they're looking at upwards of $50,000 in statutory calculated probate fees, which, you'd rather have your children get that money than attorneys.
Yeah, and my understanding is setting up a probate is usually only around a few $1,000s versus $50,000 to go through probate.
Right, exactly. So most people would rather spend a few $1,000s now and have their children avoid probate in the future.
Excellent. So what are other reasons for having a trust?
So other reasons that people set up a trust and other documents that comprise their estate plan is to plan for incapacity. So if it's not just planning for death, but also if something happens to you where you don't die and you cannot make your financial decisions anymore or sign on your tax returns or, nominate beneficiaries, you'll need to have agents named who can handle those things for you. And same with healthcare decisions. If you cannot communicate with doctors or obtain your medical records or make appointments, you'll have agents named who can make those decisions for you up to and including an end-of-life decision.
Wow, so that's really important stuff to be focused on and be able to make those decisions while you're clear-headed, right? And in control of things. So
right. Well, yeah, actually you make a really good point there. If you wait and you don't do any of these, measures to plan for incapacity and you become incapacitated, you're no longer able to create these documents because you don't have the capacity, and there could be a conservatorship proceeding that needs to take place. Whereas if you have these documents in place, you could potentially avoid that.
Wow. So what about if you want to plan for your children and what happens to your children after you're gone? Is that through a trust as well?
Yeah, so if you have minor children and you want to nominate guardians to care for them, you would do that through your will, which is something called a pour-over will, where you would nominate guardians to act if you weren't able to care for your kids. Also, if you wanted to control the disposition of your assets, like for example, if you don't want your children to be in control of their share of the trust assets until they're a certain age, you can make certain provisions to be in place to account for that as well.
Wow, that's great. That's really, really powerful that you can look out for your kids' best interest, even if you're not here. So that's excellent. Well, gosh, thanks so much, Elana. I appreciate it. And if you are interested in setting up a trust for yourself and your family and your assets, give Elana a call and she'd be happy to have a consultation with you and give you advice on what's the best direction for you. Thanks, Elana.
Thanks, Jana. Have a good day.